Hello everyone and welcome back to Conquest. It feels great to be back. V8 has just released. I'm a little late. I think I'm like 3 weeks late, but that doesn't matter. We're still going to give this a go. I think it would be in our best interest to completely wipe the campaign save data so we can just start from scratch. So let's go ahead and do that. Clear campaign saves. Yes, please. Now, this does mean I will lose all of my Eric here progress, but that's okay. We're going to have to redo it in V9 anyway, assuming that ever comes out. So I don't mind too much. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I would like to start with Serpilo, please. What's going on? Okay. I think these are supposed to be showing up as text, but they kind of are just like flickering into existence for half a frame, so I guess we'll just take a look with our cursor here. Looks like we got a whole bunch of new maps. I have not seen like half of these before. That's fine. We've seen that before. Stained Mountains, yep. Extraction Outpost, yep. Humid Coastline, that's new. That is also new. Weathered Channels? Naval Fortress we've seen before. Frontier is definitely new. Fungal Pass we've seen before. Infested Canyon, that's new. That's also new. Atolls? Sunken Pier is new. Oh, wow. Mycelial Bastion, that's also new. There's a lot of new bases going around. This should be interesting. Okay. And also, I do like it that they've laid out the campaign in more of a, I guess, linear fashion. Because it used to be you just kind of hopped around the entire planet everywhere. What's over here? I have no idea. Okay, but yeah, as I was saying, it used to be kind of like hopping all around the planet to like a whole bunch of different places. I like it how it's linear now. Plus, you have some options, too, if you want to go down, like, I guess more like the water path, or the difficult path, or the attacking path. There's a whole bunch of options, so this will be pretty cool. Also, I am liking the icons. I think that's a nice addition. I don't think any of the other locked sectors have icons, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure. And also, Eric here has them, too. That's cool. Huge fan of that. All right, now also, as you can see right here, there's like glowing pieces on the planet. That is enemy bases. And I believe the more glow there is, the harder it is. Which has got me concerned about this and this. Because those look to be very glowy. It does look like the bases in the North Pole have kind of shifted around. So that's, well, that could be good or bad. I have no idea. But we'll just have to take the entire planet to find out. Alright, one last thing before we hop into Ground Zero. This little button right here. Oh, there is a difficulty button. Now, I did ask in the most recent channel update what difficulty I should do. So, you know, we gotta do it. Eradication difficulty. It's the only way. Minus 39% wave timer, 100% extra enemies, and 50% health increase on every single one. We've got a bunch of optional choices here as well. I'm not going to be doing all of them because I think it would just make the game not fun. So I'm going to say this is off by default. I might leave this off until the campaign is done, and then we can decide if we want to turn this back on. Fog of War, I think I'm going to leave this off just so we can see what's going on. Show enemy spawns, sure. Unpredictable wave AI, this just makes everything harder. Unit spawn and wave target random structures instead of directly attacking the core or power generators. I am going to do this because it does make things more interesting, because then you can't just place a thorium reactor that's unpowered behind your defensive wall, and then everything just goes for the wall anyway, so let's turn that on. Disable pausing. Absolutely not. I like to yap, as you may know. RTS attack AI, attack maps, makes units group up and attack player bases in a more intelligent manner. Absolutely. That makes it more difficult. Clear sectors on loss. I'm going to leave this off. I could be swayed to go the other way, though, but I feel like this just makes things less inconvenient, because if you lose a base, then you have to do everything over again, and that can sometimes get a little repetitive. So I think this is a pretty good difficulty set. If you would like me to change anything, let me know in the comments. Also, I do know you can change this during a sector, so if something's too hard, we can just drop it a little bit. Will we ever need to do that? I have no idea, but we're going to leave it on this for now. So let's get started. Drop back in to Ground Zero. Here we go. Ooh. That was new. A little whistle noise. I'm a fan of that. I think there's a new animation in there as well. Sweet. Okay, well, first things first, we need to destroy the boulders. Yep, had to be done. Okay, let's mine some copper. And of course we gotta expand our copper production as per usual, you know, standard tutorial things. Now, I have noticed, I don't remember if pick block, I guess like middle mouse click to copy something, I don't know if that was a thing in the past, but it is now, and I just kind of instinctively did it. So that either means it was a thing, or they added that in Asthosis, which is the last campaign that I did, and it just so happens to be in V8. I have no idea, I cannot remember. Anyways, guess we also need to grab some lead, you know how it is. 4.2. Hang on. Did this used to be 4.2 items per second? That seems like an odd number. Alright, whatever. Alright, there we got some lead as well. Move up further for objectives. Oh! Is that new? I think this is a new sound. I like it. Alright, hold on. Gotta clear out the boulders. You know how it is. Also, we got some scrap wall. Take those out as well. Might as well get some stuff, you know. Couldn't hurt, couldn't hurt. And you know, I think I'm gonna make a smart decision here and get some more copper before we do anything else and before the enemies get here. Because I don't know how much they're going to hurt. Because we're on hard difficulty here. Alright, that's probably fine. I don't think we're going to need a whole lot of resources here. It's just ground zero after all. I probably should also mine some scrap. I'm fairly certain I saw something that said you can make scrap walls now, so we may as well mine this up. I guess I should also clarify, I'm not going into this entirely blind. I have seen a couple images of some of the enemy bases that we're going to have to fight, and dear God, this is going to be a very, very difficult game now. I feel like they've increased the difficulty, especially because I increased it myself as well, but also because of some of the bases we're going to have to be fighting. So this will be interesting. All right, there we go. Cleared out every single boulder in the entire sector, as you should with every single one you go to. Okay, research and place duos. I still have my research tree. Hold on. There we go. I don't think I was supposed to have a whole bunch of these things in the beginning, but I did, so let's just get them all back here. Oh boy. Okay, you know what? It's fine. I mean, it's just conveyors and routers and things. This is nothing. You know what? I'm very happy I mined a whole bunch of copper. I didn't have enough. Oh yeah, and also another thing to say, I do have a single mod installed, and that is just the time control mod, which you can speed up the game. It just saves a whole bunch of time when you're just waiting around for resources to show up, like I am right now. I'm probably not going to be using it very much in the beginning, but I will probably use it more in the later end game areas, because sitting around and waiting can get very, very boring, so speeding up the time just makes things take less time, obviously. Okay, anyways, let's go ahead and research our duo. We can also get copper wall and large copper wall, and yes, I was correct, scrap wall is a thing we can do. Now, do they have more health? I have no idea. We can also grab scatter, and probably also the underflow gate. Yep, might as well. We will have to wait for the scrap to come in to get more scrap walls. Copper walls have 320, and the new scrap wall has 240. Takes 0.2 seconds versus 0.3, so I guess these are like weaker but faster? Yeah, alright. And also we may as well start getting all of the copper we're going to need for our duos built up, because we are going to need some pretty hefty defenses, I have a feeling. And I have a feeling I kind of want to get the walls in first. Alright, now I'm probably going a little overkill. This is just ground zero, but, you know, I did put it on eradication difficulty, so there's going to be a lot more units. So I'm going to do a little weirdo distribution method of this. Yeah, it's not pretty, but it should leave more copper on the belt so we can shoot more enemies. Also, do I have to place the duos in the little icons, or can I place them elsewhere? I have no idea. Oh! Okay. Looks like I don't. This is an enemy drop zone. Anything built gets destroyed when the wave starts. A wave will begin right now. And we only have 2 of these guys. Well, I assume we will be able to take them out no problem, but I don't know for sure. That was a new sound as well. I like it. Well, let's build some more duos here. I am not going to let my defenses get destroyed this early, so we may as well be prepared. We also got some flying units inbound that cannot be easily dispatched with standard turrets. Scatter turrets provide excellent anti-air, require lead as ammo, which is kind of true. They also have scrap as ammo, with a little bit less fire rate and a little bit less area damage, but over a further extended area. I think I'm going to go with lead for now, just because we have this nice little thing over here. We may as well use it. Alright, good news. F to select and copy still works. That is great. And I did not even do that by thinking. That was completely instinctual, so at least I know my instincts are still here. That is good. Got 33 seconds till the next enemy shows up. I probably should just get more resources into the core. I mean, we got plenty, right? Nah, we're good. Let's grab... Oh, wow. Wait, what? I was about to say we should grab large scrap wall. There's another one? 3x3? What? That's new. Okay, cool. I might grab this scrap and put that into the core as well so we can kind of expedite that. Also, a little bit of a weird thing. Why can you rotate the direction turrets go? It really doesn't matter that much because they'll just turn around. But, okay, cool. That's a thing you can do. I don't know if that was a thing you could previously do, but you can do it now. Oh, God. Okay. And, yeah, we probably need to put some scatter over here. That seems like a good idea. There we go. Got some ammo for all those guys. Very good. All right. I think we will be fine. Probably. All right, there we go. We got 2 sides left on the core. I have a feeling we will not need to be putting too much more in there. I think we're going to be perfectly fine. Not a whole lot more to do in this sector. We basically just have to defend until we can move on. All right, we do got some air units on this one. Got some flares, and they go down pretty quick. Yeah. Was that a new building sound? I feel like that was new. I think it is. Alright, well, there's no point in just sitting here, so let's just skip a few waves, you know? Ooh, 16 enemies. Ooh, we're moving up in the world. And those did just target a different area, so that, yeah, I guess that is a little bit of the unpredictability in show right there. Ooh, really? We got, what are those called? Oh no. I wiped my database, so I can't figure out what those are called now. It's not Fortress, because that's the tier 3, or maybe the tier 4? You know, I do very explicitly remember not remembering any of the unit names. So, you know, good thing that transferred over. It's a mace. Oh, that's what it was. Also, last wave, we don't have a whole lot of copper in here, but I don't think it's going to be a problem because these turrets are mostly full anyway. Oh, maybe not. Oh, we're good. There you go. Sector captured. First one of many. Okay, well, that did not take too long, and you know what? This is a new campaign after all. We've already kind of done these before. Let's go ahead and head over to Frozen Forest. May as well do both of them in the same episode. Oh yeah, and I still have my blueprints, so that's kind of nice. I could put in the AFK core, which also, you can't do that anymore. You used to be able to just kind of chuck in some defenses into a sector and it would just automatically get captured. That has been removed. I am okay with this, mostly because it did make half the planet kind of trivial. You didn't actually have to try. So I'm kind of happy that's out, but we also can't use this yet because this requires literally everything that we don't have. So standard core will do for now. Also, I'm probably going to start taking resources with me this time because I don't have an export hub yet, which you also don't even need anymore. You can kind of link them between the planets, but we'll get to that later. I'm just going to bring some resources with me to make this go a little faster. Ooh, that was new. Whoa. Hang on a minute. This is new. This is a complete rework of Frozen Forest, and I am all for it. Mostly because there's now only one way for the enemies to get out of here, and it's over here. There used to be 2, so you had to defend both sides. Don't have to do that anymore. Sweet. Alright, well, first things first. Those are not boulders. Those are rocks, which is the same thing, but you cannot destroy them. Okay. Alright, use mechanical drills to mine some coal. I'm good. I'm going to get all my other resources in first because we're going to need them. Alright, I'm gonna be honest with you, I have no idea if I have even distributed this evenly, but whatever. Okay, let's go ahead and mine some coal with our drills right here. Also, there's a lot more coal in the starting area. I like that. A lot closer. Okay, there you go. We mined some coal. Ta-da! New content unlocked. Coal. Now we can build a graphite press, which we do have to research. Also, can I get scrap wall? Yes, I can. Huge. There's a even bigger one? 4x4? Bruh. Okay. We can also go ahead and grab combustion generator, power node, and mender already? I really thought that would take longer to get. I guess not. Okay. Well, anyways, go ahead and grab mender as well. We can get started on battery, although I am going to get graphite press first because I've kind of used all the lead. And it appears that I have also covered up all of the little mining spots for lead, so we can't get more either, so we're going to have to wait just a little bit. Alright, there we go. Graphite press. We can go ahead and deconstruct all these temporary guys here, and boom, boom. There's graphite. And boom. Okay, there we go. Bunch of graphite to go around. I am probably going to try to get as much as possible, including some more stuff up here. Just get as much of this as we can. Now, I don't think there's a whole lot more coal in the area. No, there actually is. We got some here and here, but we are going to need to make some power at some point, so we're going to need to save some for that. Also use fuel and combustion generators, research, and place one. Okay, I already researched this, did I not? I think I did. Yeah, it's literally right here. Okay, sweet. We can also get arc, and we probably should, because arc is quite good. Oh, wait. What was that? That's new. Hold on. You can, like, fix them. Whoa, so you don't have to, like, do the tiny deconstruct, reconstruct thing anymore. You can just hit rebuild. That's really nice. I like that. All right, arc. And we can get Scorch. We do not have enough graphite for that, so we will probably hold off a little bit there. Okay, I'm going to try to save the bigger area for more graphite, and we will use this to make some power. Now, how much do these actually take? 0.5 per second. How about we don't do that, and we just slap a single one on every single one? And then we throw in some batteries, which we do not have researched yet. I should have mined more lead in ground zero. I should have done it. And I guess while we're waiting, we can also get our defenses prepared. Ooh, the huge scrap walls, they do have a lot of health, so maybe I should have used these instead. Alright, there's battery research. Well, no, I probably should build the turrets first, right? So we're going to need to grab some more lead from over here for air defense ammo. And we may as well take an overflow out of this and send it into the core because I am currently lacking lead the most. Alright, and we are totally out of copper, which is not a surprise at all, considering I just tried to build like 50 scatters at the same time. That'll have to do for now on the air defense. I probably should get some not air defense here. A couple arcs should be able to deal with this just fine, so let's just go ahead and do that. Okay, that should be fine. I will have to get more, but we're just going to need more resources for that. So let's go ahead and build up some batteries here as a backup. And we have about 2.5 minutes before the first wave gets here. So I think we're going to be perfectly fine. Okay, let's go ahead and get some more resources from everywhere. We got plenty of copper, we got plenty of lead, we've got plenty of more graphite over here. Let's just get everything. Alright, now I'm realizing now that I do not have a whole lot of space to put things into the core, and I don't have containers either, so I can't just get more space. So maybe we're not gonna get a whole lot more resources. Yeah, oh well. Got a room for a couple more arcs. Let's go ahead and place those in, and I should probably also finish construction on some of these scatter, because I bet we're gonna need them. Also, I probably should get some menders in here. Yeah, that would be smart. I think that'll be fine for the first couple waves. We will have to increase later, though. We really need more copper. Okay. Wait a minute. What am I doing? I don't need to care what goes where. I can just shove everything into the core. I mean, usually it's a bad idea to share inputs, but in this case, I don't think it matters. Yeah, just shove everything in, because I'm not using it elsewhere. So as long as we can fill a belt with something, I think it's fine. Yeah. Yep, there we go. All right, those arcs are going to do just fine. Okay, I'm hoping this is enough. I think we'd have enough throughput for this, right? Surely. Wait a minute. What am I doing? The whole point of this distributor down here is so it distributes evenly between these two outputs. Yeah, there you go. These are actually quite useful early game. I didn't really think about this very much, but you can just like shove all of your lines over here into one distributor, and then it just evenly distributes between the outputs. That's really nice to do. I never did that in my previous playthrough, so yeah, let's do it now. That's quite nice. Although I think that I've overstayed my welcome on the amount of resources I'm getting over here. I don't think 2 belts can support this. So we may have to add a third output belt. Yeah, let's do that. Third output belt, and it'll share between these two over here. Well, we've got plenty more resources. Let's get some more arcs. Let's get some more menders. We've got a... Ooh. Yeah, we got battery backup. We're fine. We're fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I also should probably get some more research. We can get gigantic scrap wall, and that is the last one. So that is 3,800 health, which is very nice. We also have Scorch, which is also quite nice. And I believe that is it for research in the frozen forest. Well, I guess the other thing we can do, more resources, more distribution of resources. Looks like we have more throughput in 3 belts over here, but looks like the core input has seen better days. Yeah, that's not surprising. Okay, well, we do have plenty of input area over here, so we can get some more graphite out of this coal over here. So let's do that. Hold on. You'd think I'd get pneumatic drills by now, but I guess not. Oh, we have to capture frozen forest to get that. Okay, that makes sense. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, 6 enemies. That is a couple of maces and some daggers. I think we've got enough arc over here. Yeah, those are beefy. Those are very beefy. Oh, dear. All right, we got some more graphite. I think another thing that we need to do is more arc And I think I'm also going to start tearing out some of these walls and swapping them out for the gigantic scrap wall. It takes a whopping 3.2 seconds to build, which is actually not bad. What? You can build these very quickly, and they have a lot of health. Okay. I am a fan of this. Actually, how much health do they have? 3,840 versus a copper wall's 1,280? Oh yeah, absolutely swapping out all of this. Oh, we don't have scrap here, do we? We don't. Okay, so maybe we don't want to do too many of these? We can only build one more, and I'm going to build it here, because we want everything to go in the weaker area, which is going to be these, which is where all of the arc can actually hit them. Also, I'm just going to do a little bit of this. A little bit of extra defense on the scrap wall, because if these go down, we cannot fix them. So we got to be a little careful. All right, 6 more enemies. Yep, shielded the scrap wall a little bit. All right, we're good, we're good. Also, I'm just reworking some graphite over here. I noticed that we are mining a little bit more than we should, so if we just overflow it into here, we can get a little bit extra. That's a lot. Look at all that. Absolutely beautiful. All right, next wave, what are we looking at? Just some daggers, easy peasy. Yeah, I have a feeling this episode is gonna be a little boring for all of the veterans out there, but you know, we gotta start somewhere, right? Well, you know, honestly, there's no point waiting around. I've pretty much mined everything that I can. I mean, there's a couple spots. There's a lead spot here, there's a copper spot there. But other than that, I've pretty much mined everything. So, you know, there's no real point waiting around here. Let's just go ahead and get through some waves. 4 maces and a whole bunch of daggers. Yeah, this will be interesting. This is why arc is good, because it has the area and it chains things together. You can hit more than one enemy at a time, so. Ooh, we got some crawlers now. How exciting. Although it seemed like they did less damage than anything else that they threw at us so far, so maybe not so exciting. Alrighty, and the last wave of frozen forest. Holy, that is a lot of mace. Is that like 6 of them, I think? Yep, that is quite a lot. Alright, well, I think we'll be fine. Nothing that a little arc can't handle. Sector captured. Alright, sweet. Next up is Cratered Battlegrounds. And you know what? Let's do another one. Alright, well, Cratered Battlegrounds, low threat, easy peasy, max resources over here. Let's go. Alright, what are we dealing with in here? We do not have a whole lot of time. Now hang on. I think this is just the craters, but renamed? Yeah, this is just the craters. Okay, never mind. It was just renamed. Okay, that's fine. Well, you know what? We're gonna have to do it anyway, so. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there's a zenith at the end of this, so we are going to have to be a little careful of that. Let's try not to deconstruct all of the things over here, because we are probably going to be needing to use them. I do have some research. Silicon crucible, glass kiln, pneumatic drill, pulverizer, incinerator. I'm not going to get melter because I brought a whole bunch of graphite over here, and I'm going to need some to build in the beginning, so yeah. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Didn't I turn on enemy, like, drop zones? Oh, I guess it's just where it ends up being. I guess, is this circle the thing that you turn on for difficulty? Show enemy spawns. Let's turn this off for a second. And now you can't see it. Okay. So you'd actually have to go out and fly around. I mean, I don't feel like that makes a whole lot of difference, you know, because I can just go out and fly around. So, yeah, let's not deal with that. Let's just get some defenses up here pretty quick. We do not have a whole lot of time to do this, so let's try to go a little quickly. Yeah, I think for now I'm just going to throw in a simple duo setup. This is really close. We will not be able to defend this like at all, but that's okay. Okay, yeah, let's just go back and get some basic resources. I do have a lot of graphite with me. I brought like 2,000, so I have no issues with spamming out a whole bunch of pneumatic drills. Now, the unfortunate thing about this is throughput speed. Yeah, and more like the lack thereof. And I do remember this sector being very lead barren, so we might want to try to get as much of this as possible, squeeze out every little ounce. I think this is 1 belt's worth, but I have no idea. We have no copper. Oh, jeez. I used it all. We probably didn't have very many in the first place, or these take 18 apiece. That could also do it. Okay, that's a little worrying. Not a whole lot of copper in the sector either, although we do have this area. This is where the enemy spawn was the last time I did this. Guess it's in a new place this time, on the right, which is less convenient because there was a very easy way to defend this. Wall this off, put your defenses here. On the other side, though, not so easy. Okay, so we got our basic resources. We're gonna have to get graphite soon, and the coal is very spread out. Oh, this will be easy. There we go. Okay, and we got 47 seconds. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, we gotta go, man. Yep. Oh, it's so expensive. Oh, okay. Why are graphite presses so expensive? What? Okay, yeah, that'll have to do for now. Oh, okay. This is a little stressful, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, we have copper, we've got some graphite. We should probably get some scrap into the core so we can build some nice walls, and I'm not going to put the advanced drills on this because it's literally just scrap. Who cares? Let's just mine up as much as we can with the basic copper drills, and we'll call it a day from there. 2 more enemies. Is it crawlers again? It is. They did get to the wall there, but that's okay. Yeah, we need copper desperately, so I'm gonna do this. Okay, I'm probably also gonna mine a little bit by hand just for a little bit while we think about what to do here. Okay, I do know we did just unlock silicon smelters. We did unlock the glass kiln. We also have the pulverizer, which we will not be using because there's plenty of black sand around this little pond here. We probably should make glass. I think that's a good idea. We are gonna need power though. Ooh. Unfortunately, I can't repair it if I don't have it researched, it looks like, so that's not going to work out, but that's too bad. I would have really liked to use that. I guess I couldn't even use it because I don't have water yet, but still. 4 crawlers. Okay, easy peasy. I get my little unit in there to blow it up, then we don't have to worry about it. Let's get some glass, and also let me just tear this down. Yeah. Okay, we need sand and lead and some power. Easy peasy. I don't know how much, so yes. 2 per second? Jesus. All right. 2.4, that'll do. In you go. And nearest coal is over here. And there we go. Glass kiln acquired. Okay, we have metaglass. Let's get this shipped into the core, which I believe that means we also have access to fluids now, which is great. We can water cool some turrets if we survive that long. I don't know if we will, I'm gonna be honest. 6 enemies, that's probably a lot of crawlers. It might be a couple daggers as well. I think we need to start focusing on defenses now. Yep, definitely. Okay, let's do that. Okay, we do have the large scrap walls, so I'm going to use them. And we'll throw down a couple of combustion generators, some batteries over here, and then we will use arc as our main source of defense for now. All right, looks like glass is coming into the core. Looks like it is also very fast, which is great. Oh god. Okay, that's not good. Yeah, we need to hurry it up on the defense. All right, this is a little scary, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Actually, this is such a bad idea. I'm not gonna have enough time to build this. Oh, that's a lot of crawlers. Oh god. I believe all of my arc just got destroyed, and we have no defenses left. Oh, yep, that's almost true. Luckily, these guys are pretty low, so hopefully I can take them out. Okay, we traded. I'll take it. Ooh, okay. Yeah, you know, this eradication difficulty is really starting to show its difficulty. Okay, let's not build more arc. Let's get the rest of the power in here. Yeah, there we go. Ow. You know what I need? I need hail. You know what? I think it might be time for more mender. Do we have power for this? Yeah, because we need to get this healed up. ASAP. Okay, there we go. I think we're a little stable for now. I think we'll be all right. Let's just take a look at research real quick. We have wave. We cannot afford wave yet, but that's all right. We do have the mechanical pump, which is the next thing that I will be getting because that will be great. We just need 12 more pieces of glass. Okay, that's not so bad. Are we going to run out of anything? No, I think we're going to be okay. All right. Let's go ahead and grab the mechanical pump. We will need to get conduit as well, but I'm just going to go build one of these so we have water unlocked. I don't think we have enough to run both of these, but I don't really care. We can always get more sand, and lead will just be the limiting factor. There we go. Now we have a little bit of extra glass. Okay. Got a couple daggers up here, no problems. Let's get a mender here so we can heal up the temporary wall. This wall is the one that's getting targeted the most now, so I'm just going to cover it up. They will still want to go this way because it is still the cheapest way to get through. Okay. I think we're doing all right. I think we've stabilized now. All right, there we go. We can grab conduit. We do not need the junction just yet, but let me go ahead and do this to unlock water. Or not. Apparently we have it already. Next things, I think we should probably start getting some silicon. Yeah, I know. Most useful resource in the entire game, and we're going to need a lot of it in the future, so we may as well just start now. And yeah, there it is. There is the Zenith in 10 waves. Not surprising at all. Okay, we are going to need to get some serious air defenses over here. Luckily, got a big patch of lead. And we're busting out the first schematic silicon smelters. I have no idea how many of these I can actually fill up, so we're just going to put 3 of them down and then hook them up into the same power as the metaglass smelter. And if we need to get some more power for these, we absolutely can. There we go. Silicon unlocked. Looks like we are getting a pretty decent amount. Now, how much does this actually take? 1.5 and 3? Yeesh. Forgot how expensive this is. And we'll just put that into there, and we probably have enough coal and whatever. There we go. Oh my, that's so many crawlers. Bro. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, you know what? I think it's time to start beefing up the air defense. We're going to need it for that Zenith that is showing up very shortly. Now, I have no idea where it's going to be coming from, so I'm just going to defend everything. Alright, now I also need to go and respawn at the core because I believe we're not actually getting silicon in there yet. It's because I built it wrong. That also makes sense. Okay, whatever. There we go. Now we should be getting silicon. I think we need to grab some more power over here, so let me just go ahead and do that real quick. I know this is like right in the way of like literally everything, but I don't really care at this point. I just need to get some resources down. There we go. Okay, once we get silicon in there, we may be able to research a couple more things. We can get a new foundation, so that'll be great. We can get the microprocessor, we can get the lights, we can get solar panels, and it does not look like much else. Oh, we can get the ground factory, which I don't think it's going to help because I don't think we're going to have enough time. Oh, and we also have some flares now. Oh boy. And they have shields. Oh boy. How are we doing? Are we dying? Or are we okay? We are okay. That is surprising. Well, anyways, we need to do this, but for up here now. So, well, you know, what if we just kind of... boink. Yeah, that'll do. And let's get the conveyors first, because we do want to have ammo in the lines. So many crawlers. Holy. Okay, it looks like we are out of copper. Not surprising. Let's try to get as much of this built as we can. I might have to go out and get some more. Yeah, we got a huge vein right here. I can go this way. Okay, you know what? Actually, let's just go do that right now. We're going to need this. We do have 6 waves to go. I think we'll be all right. All right, 5 waves to go. 38 enemies? Ay, ay, ay. Ooh, that's gonna fall. That is not good. Okay. Holy, dude. We're gonna have to beef this up. Yep, they want to go here, which is interesting. We just need to get this copper into the core. We do have a whole bunch of silicon. Do you think we can get anything useful? I don't think we can. I mean, we can get solar panels. Not super great, but they could just help with power. I mean, we're kind of fine on power. We got plenty of battery to go around. Oh, no, we don't. Oh my god. Okay, wait. We do not have a lot of power. I'm going to have to go get some more somewhere. We got battery power in here. I think it's time to connect the power grids, just so we have extra defensive power, because that's kind of what's keeping us alive at the moment. Plus, we really should build these scatters. Okay, now the entire thing is sealed off as well, so this shouldn't affect the enemy pathing, I hope. I think it's still easier to get through here, but I think it might be to go around this way now, so let me just do that. Oh my, there's so many crawlers. Holy, dude. Oh, they destroyed the wall. Wow. There we go. Okay, power grids are connected. Now we have extra battery power. Okay. Holy. And we don't have any, like, hail. I need hail. That's what I need. Oh, maybe we get it here. I bet we get it after we capture this place. Typical. Because then I could just lob a bunch of, you know, projectiles into the crawlers, and they would blow up before they get here. There's so many. Bro, they destroyed me behind the wall. How? Well, I think this is about as good as we're going to get. I could throw in a couple more arc. Maybe some up here as well. Well, if this can't take out a Zenith, I don't know what can. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to throw some more down because I have a feeling it's going to go this way. Also because there's less turrets down here than there is over here. So, all right, 1 wave to go. We got 52 seconds. Yeah, the flares are going this way, so that makes me think the Zeniths will also do that. Looks like we are going to lose the wall, but I don't think that's going to matter. Actually, we didn't, and they do want to go this way, which is probably fine. Whatever, let's just build more defense. There you go. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Did I prepare enough for an eradication Zenith on cratered battlegrounds? Good question. All right, here we go. Oh, there's two of them. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. And they did go this way. They have shields. They are going for my lead. Luckily, they are getting absolutely rinsed. Oh, alright. Sector captured. I did not expect two of them. I really didn't. But I guess it does make sense because there's double the amount of enemies on eradication mode. Okay, I'm very happy I prepared as much as I did. And we do have the third sector captured. Okay, sweet. We did unlock Ruinous Shores. Oh, love that map. I wonder if they reworked it. I don't know. But anyways, Ruinous Shores will be next, but I think that will have to wait for next episode. Before we end the episode, though, let's go ahead and take a look. Did we get anything in research? Oh, look, it's the thing that I wanted. Hail. Cool. Okay, we can also get Wave with the glass that we built up. We also have access to the steam generator. We just need 13 more pieces of silicon. Boom, steam generator. We can also get thermal generator. That will not help us out in Ruinous Shores, I believe. Could be wrong, though. They might have added some thermal in there, but I think we'll stick with the steam generator. That will help us out a lot. Illuminator, we don't really need. Microprocessor, we don't need yet. Melter, no. Pyrite mixer, we will absolutely grab some of that. We can get the liquid junction, which is probably a good idea, and I don't think we really need the ground factory just yet. All right, well, I think that's going to do it for this episode. This is a lot more difficult than I remember, but that's good because it is on eradication difficulty. I think I can beat this. I think I can do the whole planet on eradication. Maybe. Goodbye.